As much as the word pro staff and field staff pains me to say, that's what we're going to talk about today. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to discuss something that I get constant questions about. We're going to kind of keep it hopefully a short video, but the question that I get the most is how to become a pro staff and field staff of an outdoors company. Well, in order to do that, you have to make yourself stand out. Now, you got to remember that these companies are relying on you to sell product for them. Most of the time, they don't care about how many deer you kill, how big of a buck you kill, or anything like that. Most of the time, they don't care about that. What they care about is how marketable you are and how much product that you can sell for them. Now, with that, the words pro staff and field staff. Now, you have a lot of companies that are naming things elite pro staff. Well, the word pro staff angers me to say. It's something about that word that just kills me. You have all these people that are trying to become a field staff or a pro staff for a company, and they think immediately in their head that means free stuff. And if you're in it for free stuff, you might as well go ahead and take yourself back out, because it does not work that way. If you're not marketable, you're not going to get anything. Your field staff typically means that a company is starting you out with a discount on products, whether that's 20% or 30% or something like that. It may change a little bit, but that's roughly what it is. Once you prove yourself that you can sell product and you promote their product in a professional manner, most of them will upgrade you to a pro staff. And what pro staff typically means is they might give you, a little bit special offers compared to their field staff people, but it also means a bigger discount, whether it's a 50% discount. It's typically, what a pro staff gets, 50, 60, and in some cases you may actually receive free product. Now, you got to remember is that you are competing against every other person that they have on their field staff and pro staff. They may have 50 people or 100 people on their staff that are all trying to do the same exact thing that you're trying to do. Now, with that, most of them want you to promote their products 2 to 3 times a month or 2 to 4 times a month on social media, whether that's a picture, a video, a picture that you send to them that they can use for promotional purposes or things like that. Now, if you want to be advanced in that company, you need to do more than the other guy, or you need to do different things than the other guy to make yourself stand out and to promote yourself within the company. Now, if they like you as a human being and they think that you promote in a professional manner, they will upgrade you. Now, a lot of companies, you have to be careful, because a lot of them will use you. They will give you a discount and want you to do more and more and more and more, but then they never advance you or anything like that. So if you feel like you're being used, you need to either say something to them or back out to another company. Now, there's tons of small companies that you can start with to kind of get your name out there and things like that. But at the end goal, you want to be with the biggest named companies in the industry out there, because they're going to help promote you and you're going to promote them. Now, it can be very difficult, because you got to put a lot of time in this, because you got to remember you're competing against everybody else that's trying to do the same thing as you are. So you have to make yourself stand out. If you're not making yourself stand out and not putting yourself out there, you're never going to advance. Now, if you're busting your tail, for the company, doing everything that they ask above and beyond, then they need to reward you in either, a certain amount of free product or something like that, and eventually, possibly, be getting paid to promote the company. Now, I would love to get paid, but I don't. I don't make any money, and in fact, I lose money. I lose money all the time in promoting companies, because you're driving, you're editing, you're buying film equipment to be able to film the stuff in order to promote them. You're taking time off of work to be able to film hunts and go deer hunting and bow hunting in order to get good quality footage. I lose money all the time, but it's something that I like to do. I get to hunt. I get to use some cool products and things like that. Hopefully, one day I get paid. You never know; it could happen. But the problem is that a lot of people, including myself, you end up getting too many companies and you can't keep up with them. And sometimes you have to downgrade a little bit, and you have to stop working with some companies in order to give all your attention to the companies that truly mean something to you. That's okay, because the companies are requiring you to be promotional for them. You got to promote their products in a professional manner, professional photos. Most of the time, cell phone pictures aren't going to cut it. You're going to have to get yourself a DSLR camera to take good quality photos. You're going to have to get yourself a good video camera in order to record things. You got to do product review videos. You got to use the products in the videos and everything. Now, everybody in the outdoor world wants to be a pro staff, and they will do anything to be a pro staff member, meaning they will go after any company they possibly can just to label themselves as a pro staffer. And the pro staffer kills me. It angers me beyond it. No, I don't even know. That word just kills me, because you have tons of people that are labeled themselves as a pro staffer just to be able to label themselves as that, and in order to get free product. They don't care if the product works. They don't care what it does. They just want to be labeled as a pro staff for the team. Well, I don't want to be labeled as a pro staffer just for anybody. I want to be labeled as a pro staff that I want to be labeled as a partner or a partnership or something like that. And I want to use a product that truly works, because all the review videos, all the videos that I do, I'm putting myself out there, and if I'm promoting something that doesn't work, then I'm going to look like a dummy. Well, the products that I promote work 100% for me, and I know they could work for you. Well, there's no silver bullet with any product. What works for me may not work for you. What works for you may not work for the next guy. But you have to promote products. You have to learn about the products. You have to know everything there is to know. You have to see the research, the data, the testing. You have to know all of that. And if that company is not willing to give that to you, it's probably not a good company to work for. My end goal with all of this is not to necessarily have a TV show, but it is to be able to use the products and possibly get paid in order to get hunting leases or farms, so I can show you guys from start to finish of how to grow big deer to get the best quality footage that I possibly can of big deer and things like that. With what I do for a living and things like that, and the areas that I live in, I personally don't have money to get a good quality hunting farm. It's very difficult to find leases, hunting farms in Maryland. They're very expensive. Yes, you can find 60, 70, 80 acres of land to bow hunt on, which I've done before in the past. I used to have tons of hunting property, but I had some landowners that had passed away, so I lost tons of hunting property and things like that. So my main goal is to have like maybe 200, 300, 400 acres of property, and I can take that property, I can manage it, and do anything that I want with that property. Currently, I don't have the funds to do that, and majority of people in the world don't have the funds to do that. So I'm stuck hunting, you know, little tiny small pieces of property and things like that where I can't really do a whole lot on. So in that situation, you have to do what you can with the products and the companies that you're working with. Like I said, they don't really care how many deer you kill. They don't care how many big bucks you kill. They want you to sell product, and I'm not going to sell their product if the product doesn't work. So any products that I ever talk about, I'm putting my name on them and saying that they work. I know they work. I've seen people that use them and it works for them. So you just have to be careful with what you're trying to do. Don't just join a pro staff in order to label yourself as a pro staffer and you know nothing about the product, because it's just not going to work out. You're going to make yourself look like a fool. So don't do that. But hopefully this answered your question and things that you have to do, the requirements and things that you have to keep up with. Best advice is, if you want to work with a company, start emailing them, buy their product and start promoting their product. Make yourself noticeable, and you can go from there. Hopefully they recognize you, they send you a message, or they reply to your emails and say, hey, we'd love to have you on staff, and do everything you can to get over to the ATA show and get out to hunting shows and make yourself noticeable. But remember, with doing that, you're going to have hate, you're going to have negative people, you're going to have people that try to put you down, and you're going to have jealous people. Especially if you advance quicker or more than them, you're going to have people that hate you. It's just with anything in life. If you advance more than the next guy, they're going to try to beat you down and things like that. So keep that in mind. And thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, smash the thumbs up button, leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.